What's up, everybody? Oh, wow. Already messing up on episode 100. This is episode 100. I made it. 5 years.
Oh, you've been doing this for 5 years?
I've been doing this since COVID.
Oh, okay.
So 5 years of different areas, dive bars, and
Wonderful.
garages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very classy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now the gray room / green room of Twisters Comedy Club.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the owner, the proprietor, the funny man himself, Aaron White, on my podcast
What's up,
of
guys?
Twisters Comedy Club.
Yeah. What's going on?
And I should also say it's Chisholm Event Center, Chisholm Creek Event Center. So.
Right. I'm sure we'll go through some marketing changes, a little bit of rebranding where we kind of consolidate some of this stuff, but it's still the very beginning. And the club isn't even fully open right now. It's soft open, so we're working out a lot of kinks. But I would like to consolidate some stuff. I would like for Twisters and the event center that it exists inside of to basically be combined and maybe even eventually call it Twisters Comedy Club and Event Center or something to that effect. And then eventually, probably at the same pace, Bailo OKC, the dance studio that operates out of here, and we do a lot of salsa, bachata, cumbia, country, etc. I would like it if maybe we can stylize the fonts the exact same way, so that way it looks like we're all united inside of the same building.
Yeah.
And there might even be some more stuff too, like there's some popular dance socials that, I don't know, like this guy I know, Jaime, who's, real responsible for a lot of the dance socials and the Latin dance scene. I could
Is
see
he one
him.
of the teachers here, or is that who am
He's
I?
not a teacher. He's a DJ.
Who am I thinking of? That is it. Mario. That's one of the.
Mario's
teacher?
not a teacher either. He's one of the guys that runs Bailo OKC.
He's a good-looking Latin guy that's always in the back. That's teaching the whole class.
That might be Oscar,
Okay.
but it could also be Victor. And
Might
it
be
could also
Victor.
be Diego. And it could also be Henry.
Are they all good-looking Latin men?
No, I just started saying a bunch of names. I don't know why I did that.
No, I think I've met the majority of them. So
Yeah, it's probably Victor.
it might be Victor.
Yeah, he's been on the panel for
Okay.
the Rumble and stuff. We're going to probably put Victor on a big Rumble panel soon. I think that'll be a good idea because we're going to run a dance social right afterwards, and he'll actually do a free class for everybody that's at the big Rumble in between it ending and the dance social starting. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be actually really fun. That's cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of the vision. That's what we want to do eventually.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Real quick question.
Yeah.
How's the soft open been for you? April is when you did the soft open?
I think around April, so late April. Honestly, I really didn't know what to expect. I still don't know what to expect. I'm just trying to not feel overly rushed about the whole thing, especially with this project being highly community driven. I give the comedians a ton of creative freedom, like on a level that has never existed at a comedy club.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, this feels like a first, especially reaching out to people in different cities. Like this feels like this feels like uncharted territory. So I don't.
It doesn't feel commercialized. It feels definitely homegrown.
No. If anything, it's in the opposite direction.
100% homegrown. It's definitely the inmates run the asylum. I'm sorry to say it. Like,
In some sense,
it really is.
right. And I think that,
And that's not totally a bad thing.
I think in some sense that's by design. I'm cool with that. And because of that, that's how we run.
I mean, you mentioned the creative freedom. I mean, you allowed me to do my creative, freedom here in this room. And then we've got the small room. And then for bigger events, the big main room, I guess. I don't know what are you going to name these rooms eventually? Kind of like.
Maybe we'll put some little placards above the rooms or something like that. Yeah.
Kind of like Joe.
Yeah,
what
sure.
does he have? Little Boy and Big Boy or something like that?
I think it's Little Boy and Fat Man or
Fat
something
Man.
like that.
They're named after the
The two atomic bombs that they dropped on. Yeah.
Was it Fat Boy? Was the other one? I know Lil Boy is one. I didn't know what the
Little
other
Man
one.
and Fat Boy. Yeah, they got mixed up the names.
Something like that.
But yeah. Yeah, shout out to Atomic Bombs.
Atomic bombs.
Yeah.
You think any are gonna go off during our lifetime? What a dramatic shift. Talk about the comedy club and then atomic bombs.
Well, I think the first question to ask is how long are we going to live? And I think that
With
I actually
technology
think that,
today?
right. I think that our lifespans could be dramatically longer than they have been by the time we age to that point. And it's really like can you achieve escape velocity? So how do you get to like if you can make it to like 60, like some of the shit that's going to exist when we're 60, it's going to be insane. Like AI medication, senolytics that kill zombie cells. I don't if any of this sounds like gibberish, don't worry. I'm just naming off shit that's going to extend our lifespan. You can inject new cartilage into your joints effectively. That's going to happen
wild.
soon. You're going to have what sucks is like I don't know what's going to be covered by insurance too. Like
Well, that, but also what's the long-term effects of this stuff?
Sure, but at some point, will the long-term effects matter? That's going back to escape velocity because you might eventually get your consciousness put into a computer, like if you make it to 90.
Like an android or something?
And then biologically, like you might be fine. Or we might have nanorobots inside of our body constantly repairing things, you know? So as long as the pharmaceutical industry doesn't mess with that stuff in a negative way, then I mean, I get that historically they have that reputation.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But if you could just make it to that point where like your brain's connected to a computer to some degree, I don't know. Like it's escaping one technology to get to the next one. That's the game in our lifetime.
Here's my question. If you do escape to it, because, you know, I think we have souls that make each other unique. Does the soul come with the consciousness to the...
As of right now, probably not.
So technically you're dead then, aren't you?
So yes.
Okay.
But we might solve that problem before then. You know, we don't fully know yet.
True.
But so like this is how like quantum mechanics, for example. I know this is a wild, like some of the directions we're going in this is kind of weird, but like quantum mechanics, the way this works is like there's a superposition for what's called a qubit. So normal bits in a computer, you have a 0 and you have a 1.
Right.
So the way you get a 0 or a 1 there are these little, you have a CPU in your computer that is filled with like billions of transistors.
Right.
And these transistors are little bitty electrical gates. These gates basically allow electricity to go through them, or they say, nope, fuck you. If they say no, that's a 0. If they say yes, that's a 1. And that's happening in billions of different combinations on your CPU. That's how a normal bit is. It's either a state of electrical charge or it's just not. It just isn't going through. So qubits are basically going to redesign our way of thinking as it relates to bits in general, because these bits can basically be in multiple places at once, called a superposition.
Okay.
And I'm about to start quantum computing through my master's program. So I'm probably...
Are you going back to school?
I've been in school. Like,
okay.
I got a master's at Johns Hopkins University.
Well, I knew you got your master's at Johns Hopkins. I didn't know you were
I'm just not done with it, yeah.
Okay.
But we're about to hit maybe one of the toughest courses that they have there. So,
you're doing online?
Yeah, well, it's hybrid, so occasionally I will go to Maryland, but not very often.
That's dope, though.
You guys won't even know about it. Like, I'll just be going boom, boom, back.
Bring me back a Washington Redskins something.
Oh, yeah.
When they change their name.
Yeah, get you a relic, like... Get you a fossil.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but back to qubits. So effectively, it's the way that like the bits are going to work. These superpositions, basically like a bit can teleport to a different position. But the thing is like teleportation, if we can figure out teleportation.
So instead of using the guides, it'll just be able to teleport.
Effectively. Now, the teleportation principle, if that can become more advanced in our lifetime, I think we can figure out how to transport the soul. But the problem with teleportation as we understand it right now is teleportation, such as in quantum mechanics, really just means recreating a carbon copy, like a true copy of whatever that thing is in a different position. So it's just like, oh, recreated, boom. But you think that it moved. And it did move because it's the exact same thing. But it's not transporting like its soul, you know what I'm saying? Like if you did that with a whole human being.
You're making a copy.
Right. Now, it could be far more complex than that. It could be some crazy, like, it could be, oh, well, technically the soul does go with it, you know? And I'm sure that's going to be a ton of content we're all going to be trying to consume whenever that becomes a problem. We're going to try to make sense of it. Oh, teleportation will kind of help answer that problem. Yes. Once we get there, then I think we'll kind of...
if we figure out teleportation in our lifetime...
Right.
Vacations are just going to be instant, too, for us.
That'd be pretty sick, yeah. And to what degree of distance can we achieve with it? Can you go to another planet? Can you go to Mars? Do we even need to, do we even need to fly?
Do we need Elon for, SpaceX or anything like that?
Do we even need this man? I think we need this man.
Yeah, I do, too. But who's the Virgin guy that also is sending up space shuttles? Or
Richard Branson.
Is he still doing his space
I think
shuttles,
people like that are trying to, I'm not saying that they're not interested.
They're trying to make money.
But yeah, I think that it is more commercial. I think one thing that's cool about Elon is, and don't get me wrong, we're all imperfect, and I think whenever you have a ton of money, when you have large quantities of money, of course you're going to be more prone to being more irresponsible in some different ways, or you just start to see those characteristics of your personality.
If I had Elon's money, I'd be dead within 3 days.
Right. How many people are actually good people once they reach that level?
We're lucky that Elon's who he is, because he could be...
Right. There is some element of purity in what he is intending to try to solve.
He's autistic, right? Or he has
might as well be
some type of Asperger's or whatever.
Even if that's true, I think this man's just so adamant on trying to obtain. And by the way, I don't know who all listens to this, but people have wildly different opinions about this man. But I do think that he's just so focused on
leaving the planet,
trying to obtain these humanity milestones.
Okay.
That I think anytime you talk to him about anything else, he's just kind of it just goes in one ear and out the other. I remember watching an interview with him where he was making some joke about being on SNL and whipping his dick out. And I think that the concept of humor to him is just, it's like he discovered it right in that moment. He's like, you know what's funny? A dick joke, and he just did that. It felt like he discovered fire, or he was a kid that just figured out how to make a thing move and stuff. And it was oh, I forget, this guy's so focused on these tasks that he probably doesn't even have a ton of time to even jump into that area.
Right.
So he got to do that for a minute, and it was, I don't know, to him that was probably a break.
Yeah. I mean, he only sleeps 2 to 4 hours a night, if that.
Some people genetically can handle that. I don't think everybody can. I think that has a lot to do with...
I think Trump has the same type of sleep schedule, if he sleeps at all as president. I mean,
I don't know if you ever saw the Sean Ryan podcast where basically the guy, he had a doctor on that was explaining that most of the people who go through spec war type programs in the military, such as the Rangers or... going through buds for the Navy, etc. Most of these people tend to self-select people who are able to get away with little sleep. It's not and like some people can be like very gritty individuals, but they cannot function on 4 hours of sleep because their body genetically cannot handle that. Like they don't have a high heart rate variability,
right,
which is basically like your body's ability to basically go into a very de-stressed sort of zone. And a lot of that is genetic because, for example, I have a trachea that's like very narrow, and that's actually part of probably what, like I got a lot of Division I offers, and I walked on at a Division I college to do sports. I mean, it was just track, but like still, and it was, when I think about the trajectory athletically where I could have ended up if I hadn't had this genetic issue, and
is it a breathing issue?
Genetic imperfection, and it's that my trachea is pretty narrow.
So is that like for you to run track, would it be a breathing issue for
Effectively, yes.
Okay.
And when you have a breathing issue, it compounds your sleep. So your sleep gets worse because you no longer have, how do I put it? Like when since you're gasping for air, your HRV doesn't get very high. So you don't hit this super de-stressed period while sleeping. So now you need more sleep effectively. And then it's basically just low grade sleep apnea. But like, the more perfect your sleep is, the better you will be at sports, the better you will be at like whatever it is you're achieving. You're going to be more focused mentally, amongst other things. And a lot of that, we eat processed foods over the course of time that ends up effectively messing with our jaw.
Well, we eat a credit card and a half per year or something like that.
A plastic? That is absolutely insane.
That's wild.
Right, and that affects hormones a lot.
Now, mind you, that's just from what I heard from Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan lets everyone know he's a fucking moron. But it was with a doctor that he had on that he agreed as well. So
it doesn't matter what your ideological flavor is. Most of us are aware that we are ingesting plastic.
About it. It makes sense, like that plastic of water.
Right, yeah. And what's funny, though, is like if you were to consume this from like, there's a lot of like metal... Some people are like metal bottle water. Like I think that was from like South Park. Or
I have
like,
a metal water bottle too, but yeah.
But like sometimes like consuming drinks from metal, like there's what's on the cap itself is worse than drinking it out of like a plastic water bottle. Apparently,
glass isn't safe now. Glass bottles.
That's part of the argument. Yes, it's the fact that like it's. I don't know if it's the paint or whatever on the.
I just thought glass was hot sand, like just blown sand, basically. And if that's not what glass is, then fuck. You know what I mean? Like, damn it.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know. I would need to look more into that. And I mean, I guess technically everything has a degree of like non-safety to it, but
you would think sand is a natural thing. And yes, when we were kids, we probably ate it when we were in the sand pits or whatnot.
Sure.
And what I've seen about dogs or animals, sometimes they'll go into sand pits and eat sand to help digestion and whatnot. So I don't know if it's the same with us, just from, our ancestors millions of years ago. We're just taking that in, I think everyone kind of has that primal thing. Like, if you ever look at your dogs, like, you just think that was a wolf millions of years ago. Yeah. And then humans came and said, let's fuck up the wolf and make a chihuahua. Like, what I mean?
Fuck up the wolf. Right.
It's hard to believe a chihuahua genetically was a wolf millions of years ago. And think about the domesticated cat. Like, they still hunt. They'll still sit by windows and look at birds or squirrels and be like, I want it,
Yeah, that's true. Like, it kind of makes me wonder what chickens are thinking of since they come from the T-Rex or whatever.
Stop. They're probably looking at us like, I was larger than life.
Yeah.
I could have fucked you up.
That's probably why they like to fight each other or whatever. Like,
it's probably... Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go for it.
Yeah. No, we were in the Dominican Republic, and I didn't realize that cockfighting is illegal in every state in the U.S.
Right.
But it's not in the Dominican Republic.
It's not illegal in different countries.
Right. And they had lots of them there. And like
is it true they put blades on the
Bro, yeah, I saw chickens with armor on it. There was one with a knife sticking out of it, like battle bots.
No.
That was crazy. Like, it was just this kamikaze, like...
I love the
like, what else do they put on it? Like, are they going to put... You can equip a chicken with anything, like...
A Glock? Just...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Just the way you described that just robots. Like, just
Yeah, I actually wrote that down. I was gonna try to do that at the open mic tonight.
dude, that's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I can take that out if you want.
I mean,
me
we've
to,
we've
but that's
all seen
awesome.
this before. Like, we were children once. Like, it's just, two dudes hyping up these birds to beat the shit out of one another. We've played this before. It's Pokemon. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just Gladiator, but chickens.
Yeah, it gets more gruesome when you start talking about dogs. Like chickens, it's like, we're gonna eat it afterwards.
Right? They have a like chickens have like a yeah.
Yeah,
they don't have a good survival rate.
No,
Yeah.
eventually they're gonna be chicken nuggets. But a dog, it's like, oh, Michael, Vic.
Yeah. No, I'm not Chinese. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing with that dog later? We're gonna take it to the Chinese restaurant. Ew.
Yeah.
That's
That was a joke I tried recently. I was like, yeah, I saw a Chinese food
okay.
next to a pet store.
I was
and
literally just about
like,
to.
Oh, is that what you're about to
So
say?
no, where is it? Off of 235 or is it 240 that goes by Penn Square?
Mm-hmm.
When you pass Penn Square, that little turn by like the living room or all that, on the right side when you're headed west, there's a vet clinic, and then right next to it is a Chinese restaurant.
Oh man, that's too perfect, man. Yeah,
My fiance pointed that out one time. I was like,
from farm to table.
It didn't connect to me. I'm like, I'm willing to try the Chinese. And she's like, it's probably whatever the vets put down that morning. I was like, ooh.
There's just a cycle of people euthanizing animals and sending them to the Chinese food restaurant. That's gruesome. Yeah, that's wild.
Oh. So,
but it is a premise. Yeah.
but it is also a real thing, is what I've
Yeah.
heard. Like New York, like in
That
major
is
big
crazy.
cities.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
makes sense. Where there's like a large
Yeah, dude.
subset of
I wouldn't be surprised that if like have you seen the videos of the rats in New York City? Like they're the size of like almost chihuahuas or
no,
whatnot.
they're effectively like they're just
I could see the Asian no shade to the Asian population. You guys are just creative, more creative than whites. I could see them getting creative and being like, well, the rat's big enough.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know how you would clean
maybe
it.
not for a restaurant, but like how in China or in these Asian places, they do whatever they can for food. Like they'll have boa constrictor in the market, in their wet markets, and bats and whatnot.
Yeah. I think Louis C.K. had a bit kind of like this. Yeah,
I
except
think
it was
so.
about duck.
Was it about duck and
Yeah.
bat too? Wasn't it? Or am I thinking of maybe it was Mark Norman that had a bat joke?
I know Mark Norman.
There's a lot of Mark Norman is.
Yeah.
Is he gay? Is he not? I don't know.
I don't know.
He talks about his wife, but then I watch his comedy and he's like, yeah.
I didn't know he was married. Yeah.
You didn't know he was married? Yeah.
No, I met his girlfriend in New York City a long time ago.
It's probably her now.
Oh, okay.
I would. Is she a comedian? Was she a comedian?
She did comedy. Yeah.
Okay, then it's probably her.
So I guess they got married. That's cool.
That is cool. That's actually, it's really cool because you got to meet them before they tied the knot. In my
Yeah.
opinion, that's kind of cool.
I mean,
The only reason I know he's married is because of Joe Rogan Protect Our Parks with Ari, Shane, and him.
yeah, he
They
did
all were
talk
like,
about it.
"You're married now. When are you doing kids?" And like, "Hey, we're outright trying."
Yeah, like, comedy or whatever.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to talk about specific things related to the club, since I we went on
No, that was perfect.
wild tangents of like,
I mean,
I don't know.
That's what the podcast is. We go on wild tangents. You did
Yeah.
the little Donald Trump weave. You went into the whole smart thing that went over my head, but you tied it back because I was wondering, to be honest, you went into your physics and everything, and I was like,
Wildly
where?
unnecessary.
Well, I was like, where is he tying this back in? And then when you started teleportation, I was like, okay, keep going. And then you're like, it'd do a copy of the soul, basically. I was like, okay, that's right. We're talking about the soul. I
Yeah.
completely forgot about the soul.
Yeah, it's a lot of hoops to jump through just to like kind of understand
But you
whether or not we're gonna be able to.
You trumped it out. You weaved.
yeah.
Did you listen to that Joe Rogan episode with Trump?
Which one?
With Trump, Donald Trump.
Yeah,
they,
with him.
he talks about the weave. Like
I remember
he'll
talking
do a
about
weave.
being a whale psychologist would be really interesting. That was a weird thing.
That was.
so funny.
That was a weird one.
Somebody made a page and it was just whale psychology off of that one singular joke, and I remember them getting hundreds of thousands of followers.
That was weird. What has been the biggest obstacle so far that you have like met with the club so far?
Slowly, I'm becoming somebody in the city that I think people are just coming to with their problems, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I think it's kind of, a privilege in some sense, and it's not just people in comedy. This is the beginning of what will eventually be like a political career, because I know I've mentioned to several people that I'll eventually run for office in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people they'll come to me and be like, hey, like, I have beef with this person, or like, this is happening or whatever. And I'm realizing that I have some resources to solve some of these problems that other people don't. And it may not be in the comedy community. It might be in a different community. It might be in comedy. It might be in dance. It might be in tech. It might be in something different. And it's really interesting to see how like some bridges are being made between what was once, I don't know, not always a good scenario between two people.
I know who you're talking about.
Well, it's not. It's actually.
Is it not the meeting from Thursday?
What meeting from Thursday?
Outside with the crew.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, is it not?
No, I mean this, like, honestly, this is, I'm not referring to any one individual. I'm actually referring to, there's been probably close to a dozen scenarios where I've had to kind of broker peace between people. And it's not, I would say a third of it is in comedy.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see where that kind of like goes in the future. Because like I hope the club and the event center in general can kind of expand enough that like you want to get buy-in from lots of different people and groups and stuff. And in the process of doing that, you know, you start to realize like what people are really thinking. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's stuff that you would never expect. And you got to hear them out and you got to help them somehow. And as I'm trying to do that, I'm like, oh, okay. It's not just me doing this to help this business. It's like I really do kind of have to give myself in some other sense. Like I need to be the person that brokers peace in a lot of scenarios or helps people get connected to other people or whatever. Like,
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I don't know. It's complex. I just don't know how to explain it entirely yet.
I understand. You're becoming the Mitzi of Oklahoma City scene. Like, that's kind of what I see you as. You know who Mitzi it was, or she was
from the comedy store.
That's kind of how I see you and Roz. Like you get, like Roz is kind of more of the dancing side of things, and sure. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, I see her always kind of over on that side of things, and then you're always intermingling with the comics and my podcast. So like,
she's a good dancer.
She's a dancer too. Okay.
Yeah, I also dance. I would say she's better at it coming from the Dominican Republic, where that's kind of like a cultural, you know, staple.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But I have adapted to it a lot, and I think I'm getting a lot better. But
what kind of dance have like
salsa, bachata, country?
Is country like the two-step and everything too? Okay. I wasn't.
Yeah. I'm surprised by how quickly I adapted to that one. It must be because I'm white. I don't know.
Is it because you're white?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How'd she do with that?
I was crushing it. She does great.
Really?
Yeah. There's lots of fundamentals that carry over from each side.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just figured our white stuff is a little slower than.
What's interesting is Justin, the teacher here, that stuff can get really complex. But I don't want to get too off in the weeds. I want to keep it more club-centric in case anybody's watching that's, you know, a comedian or whatever. No, you're good.
I figured because the reason I'm bringing up the dancing part, the dancing whole scene is because, I mean, I've had comedians on here and we've talked about the club. We all love the club. I'm not trying to, put a shadow on the club either. I just wanted to bring light that this is also a dance hall as well.
It is.
And I feel like kind of not throwing shade or anything. Maybe because I just am connected with the comedians more or less. I hear more of the comic side of stuff.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give, the dance hall and everything a shout out as well.
Yeah, dance and comedy will start working together more.
I'd love to have some of them on the podcast too.
Yeah, you can definitely reach out to people here. You can be like, hey, it'd be cool to have you on the podcast and get to know you. I would highly encourage that, actually.
I believe Christilla, she's a comedian, but she's coming on
Start branching
in September.
out.
Yeah, I need to branch
around
out.
here.
Definitely.
If you just want to pull me aside and be like, hey, introduce me to some people,
Okay.
I'll do that.
I just hate to. I know you're a busy guy, so I hate.
Doesn't matter. Okay. It's better for things to get done. Trying to think of what's. So here's the deal. Like, even though it may seem like she's more the dance side of things, she does a lot of behind the scenes stuff for comedy. She is a organizational powerhouse. She's just really good at making sure that everything's kind of like.
Sorry, she's the booker basically, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think she's just doing a good job of.
She does the scheduling, or everyone does the scheduling, and she kind of.
We're figuring out a whole system for that, and that would take.
I'm not trying to put a label with it. I'm trying to.
Yeah. I would just say that
she does her job amazing.
She does a lot of infrastructure based stuff, and I don't know how to define it right now, but maybe another time. But so anyways, going back to dance for a second, even though it may seem that she's more dance side, like I'm actually kind of becoming a figure that is trying to help out a lot with connecting pieces of the dance community that have not gotten along previously.
Okay.
And like there's an individual that wants to run a festival, but he's from a different state, and he wants these studios to work together, but a couple of the studios I don't know how to define what their relationship looks like, but I'll say that it's not great. I do feel like it's gotten better.
Is it a race relations thing?
No, it's not at all.
Because I know like in the Latin culture, they all not necessarily get along. So I wasn't sure if it was like Venezuelans and Argentinians.
No, that plays no factor.
Okay, gotcha. Good. See? No racism.
That's funny. Yeah. Why not? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. There's some stuff that needs to be done a little differently in that regard. And I don't know, like I've even given I don't want to say legal advice because I'm not an attorney, but I've given what I think is good information legally, so that way they can make good decisions and the two can kind of work together a little better. Okay. Like, I don't know, like today I'm going to have a conversation with somebody. I already know, like this is a weekly thing. Like there's a person who reached out that was like, hey, I'm having problems with this person and I can't give a lot of details. And they're actually from a completely different, they're not from comedy, they're not from dance, but there's a problem. And they reached out to me and they're like, can you do something about it? And I'm going to have to talk to somebody in the dance community today. And I have to be like, hey,
damn,
I think you should consider the following because they could use this against you in court. Like, and this is, I'm just learning how to be a professional individual that helps out people. And this is one of those ways.
Yeah.
It just sucks. I can't go into more detail about how I'm doing it, but I don't want to air people's their business when they've confided in me. So it's just a lot of stuff.
No, I get it. And I'm not trying to pry anything out of you. it's a whole different kind of behind the scenes look at stuff because I mean, you're the owner, but you also, most people, when people hear owner, it's like, oh, you're the guy sipping scotch and smoking cigars and enjoying, the ride.
I don't even like doing any of that.
He's working hard. Like,
but I feel
this room is his hands. Like the cowboy hats is his, the pictures, like he busted his ass, and he's busting his ass even more with this club and the event center. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I would love to. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I would love to smoke cigars and drink and stuff, but I have Crohn's, so it's just, it just messes with my stomach a lot.
I had Ashley Watson on. We were talking about my garage, where like the garage, you could smoke and whatnot. I was like, you can't smoke in here. And then I paused and I was looking. I saw the fans. I was like, maybe I convince Aaron we get a duct system to circulate and suck everything out. I was like, no, that's too expensive.
Pretty wild. Yeah.
Be too loud too.
Yeah. You got any other thoughts on the club or just anything?
I love the location.
Yeah.
It's awesome by the turnpike over by Cabela's.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know a reference. I love that, like, if like it did, like, after the mic and everything, it's close to Waffle House too, you know?
Yeah,
like,
Waffle House
cool.
is a cheap staple. Yeah, thank goodness it's here, because we're not going to serve food. We'll only serve drinks, but we will. We thought we would try to do food, but there's just it would cost
also
way too
there's
much
the Chisholm Creek Center across the street too.
There's that.
So there's that as well.
Yeah, shout out to all the businesses there, because I've gone to them quite a bit. But
people can stop there, come see a show here.
We may work out some deals with food trucks and stuff. You know, we'll see how that goes in the future, though.
That's awesome. Yeah. I have this new segment. It's the last segment of the show. I give you 5 dogs, 5 breeds of dogs.
Okay.
And you tell me red or blue.
Red or blue.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Golden Retriever.
Red.
Okay. Chihuahua.
I can go either way.
Oh. Okay.
It's Hispanic, so like
green.
You know, it kind of goes. It can go either way. You know what I'm saying? Like
we'll go green dog.
Okay. All right. Sick. Yeah.
Pitbull.
Probably blue.
Rottweiler.
I don't know. I'll just throw it in blue. I don't know.
And lastly, German Shepherd.
Red.
Red.
Yeah. Yeah, I was politically assigning colors.
No, you're right.
It's like, who owns these dogs?
Josh Trillo and I did this whole segment with Josh.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is this what I think it is?" I'm like, "Yeah." When I got to the pit bull part, he's like, "It depends on who owns it. Like,
yeah.
What party is the most irresponsible with them?" I was
That's
like,
funny.
"Okay." It's like,
that's hilarious. Yeah, breed specific legislation and stuff. Like, and I've heard a lot of people complain about it. I don't even know what to think about it, honestly. I think
I don't either.
Yeah. I don't.
Last thing, when we close up, look straight into the mic, straight into the camera, say something encourageable or something you'd like to get out there, and we'll close on that.
All right, cool. I have nothing. You're all screwed. No, I'm kidding. You
don't think too hard. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It's
Josh Trill said golden retrievers were gay.
They are though. No,
and I murdered him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's funny. I don't know. Life is rough for a lot of people, and I feel grateful for the life that I have. I feel thankful. I feel happy to some extent, even if it doesn't seem like I do. I do seem tired just because of this phase in my life and some other physical stuff I'm going through. I'm getting jaw surgery to cure some problems, but I don't know. Like when I've heard people vent, and I've heard quite a few people vent through this process of creating this club, like I get it. Like people need to feel validated for the things they're going through. Whenever people say something emotional, like it's worth listening to them and making them feel heard and responding with something that makes them genuinely believe that. It's like, oh, wow, like that actually is really crappy to like go through that. That's not fun. Otherwise, people kind of go on autopilot and they go through conversations.
Be a good person.
You got to like wake them up mentally.
Yeah. Slow down. Be a good person.
It's like way too many words to say that.
Who cares? I mean,
yeah,
you did very well.
Thanks, man. I feel like I was a little bit serious on this one, but
hey, sometimes you need to be more serious, and that's okay. I love that we got to talk about the club. This place is just out of curiosity. When is like a hard open and stuff?
It'll probably be early next year at some point. We need to get the bar built. That's gonna be
so when
physically
the bar
built in October.
When the bar's built and like the hard open, sorry for cutting you off. Hard open is done. Are we talking like comics? Like
we'll have headliners after that.
Like Brandon and Cam Patterson and like these are just examples, not necessarily Cam himself, but like
sure, yeah,
just, you know what? Okay,
stuff like that, and stuff that's within our budget in the beginning, so that way we can get things up and going. So
Jeff Dye. I've sent you. I'm
have
sorry
no
for. I'm
idea.
sorry for blowing your DMs up with Jeff Dye videos and.
Oh yeah,
Is it Brad?
he's funny.
Is it Brad that I keep sending? Brad Osany or the. I
Yeah, I can't. I'm blanking too.
All right, guys, you've heard us long enough. Check out Twisters Comedy Club. Come out to the event center. Learn how to dance. Meet Aaron. He'll be here every now and then.
Yeah.
I'll be here every Monday, possibly some Thursdays. Depends. Until next time, guys. Love you. We're out.
See you guys.
40 minutes exactly, too. Hello, Mark Trotter. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Heley cast. What's up, Billy Freeman?
What's going on, man? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hello, Marty.
Oh, hey, buddy.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Next, how are you doing? What's your real name? What's your government name? That is my first question. I'm just going to go right off the bat and go. JJ Wood.
What's up? Long-time listener, first-time guest. Really excited to be here.
You all have headphones now? You get
Yes, I got
Heley, what year were you born? 97? 96?
95.
See, all right. Technically, you're a 90s baby, but you missed half of it.